let's talk about the Crisis Intervention Center there in Fort Smith. How long have you all been around? And for those who may not know what the center does, what do you all do there?
So in 1979, a group of women that were part of the Young Women's Christians Association, the YWCA, saw the need in our area for, in those times, what was called a battered women's shelter. Mm-hmm. And so they came together and found a way to house women in crisis from abusive relationships. And it's just slowly grown as society has grown and state and federal laws have grown with the Violence Against Women's Act protections, which don't just protect women, they protect everyone. It's just when that mandate was put into place, that's what it was called. But it's turned into, now in this region, we are a shelter for domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, stalking, and family violence.
So it's more than battered women. You are now a full gamut of issues.
Absolutely. We're a complete comprehensive service agency. So even victims of those violent crimes that don't necessarily want or need temporary emergency shelter from the abusive situation, they can still get outreach services, attend group sessions, peer-to-peer classes. They can visit with our local partnership with the Fort Smith Police Department. We have 2 detectives, part of the Domestic Violence Task Force team, that work out of our building. So victims do not have to go to the police department to report. They can do it here in the safety of the shelter. They can see our therapists for free. We can do domestic violence forensic exams. We do sexual assault forensic exams. But we're so grateful to the community that we're allowed to be here, that they believe in what we do and continue to support us. It's unfortunate that we're as busy as we are. We never want to say we love our job, because what we see and what we hear and what we feel for these victims every day is tremendous. But we're very good at what we do, and we're very appreciative to get the opportunity to help save lives.
You mentioned the human trafficking element of this. That's something that's relatively new for the Crisis Center. How well has the center been able to adapt to this?
Yeah, so there's a lot of crossover in sexual assault services and human trafficking services. Human trafficking victims are going to have been at one time or another sexually assaulted. So we were already prepared for that. But the case management services and the victim services federally that are available to human trafficking victims are very, very important. They feel trapped, and they have been trapped. But they still don't have to report if they don't want to report. So we help them navigate acclimating back to society, getting identifications. A lot of the human trafficking victims we see don't even have an ID. They've been trafficked across multiple states. Most of them have come from homes that were what we consider broken homes, or they were at high risk for being groomed by the trafficking industry. We're very fortunate to have an unbelievably great relationship with our local FBI office here. But when we've had trafficking victims who do want to report, they're very quickly on our property, handling those investigations, talking to those victims, taking the statements that they need to take, signing requests for information releases with our victims so that they can come in and out of here and do the things that they need to do with the victim, on top of the things that we do for case management for them.
How does somebody get a hold or make contact with the intervention center? And I'm assuming it's something that's done on a private level.
It is. So all of our services here are completely confidential, being mandated reporters if there is a suspicion of child abuse or neglect, or if someone declares self-harm or they're going to hurt someone else, we do have to report that. But they can call our 1-800 number. Our hotline is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's 1-800-359-0056. We are domestic violence trained, sexual assault trained, human trafficking trained. We're also the regional suicide hotline. Any crisis is a crisis. It does not have to be something that we can provide the immediate service for here for victims to talk to us about. If you just need information and referral about where to go for help, what you might consider your crisis might not be what we're trained in, but we can give you the phone number on where you need to get to the person you need to talk to.
Getting someone in that situation to call has got to be the most difficult. It's embarrassing. There's a stigma involved in this. How do you get them to make that phone call?
Yeah, nationally, the statistics say that people will call and probably leave 7 to 8 times before it's either the last time that they leave or homicide is involved.
Yeah.
And it is the most dangerous time for the victim. When they reach out for help and when they try to leave, it is statistically the most dangerous time. But if they can just make the phone call and build a relationship with us and come see what we do and feel the power that we have inside of this building as a team, we can change their life.
All right, let's talk about Rising in the River Valley. It's an event that just ties in perfectly with the Crisis Intervention Center. Why do you all get involved in that?
Yeah, so trying to bring community awareness to domestic violence and sexual assault, it is not fun, but we want to put some beauty to it, because people want to come to something that means something. We throw a lot of statistics around in our world: 1 in 3 women, 1 in 4 men, 1 in 8 students, 1 in this and that. The reality of it is every person in the United States of America has a conversation probably daily with someone who's been in an abusive relationship or been sexually assaulted, and you just don't know it. So there is a place for everyone to stand up and say, you know, maybe I'm the fortunate one and it hasn't happened to me, but I want to make sure it doesn't happen to me or my family. What can I do to help? So we kind of use Rising in the River Valley as a community-led response to, we know it's here and it's not okay with us, but we also want you to know that we believe in you. We believe when you tell the story that it happened, and we know that there are services available. And as a community, we're going to continue to support those services. I
know there was a great partnership with United Way, and that has been lasting, and it will continue to last.
Yes, that's which my history with United Way is they're always going to have a special place in my heart. When I moved back to the United States in the late 90s and started working in the human service world through an organization in Franklin County, and then transitioned into the direct United Way world, and now back into victim services here, there's probably 5 to 10 other United Way agencies in and out of my facility weekly. That's how strong our partnerships are, from other food services to childcare services to education services to literacy services, whatever it may be. We know how strong of a history United Way agencies have. And we know, I'm smart enough to know that I don't need to be able to teach people to read, even if I have to. I know that there's a United Way agency I can call. I know I don't need to worry about food security and buying bulk food for my kitchen in my shelter, because I know who to call. I know that if I need after school care for children while their moms or dads in shelter attend jobs or interviews or other things like that, medical appointments, I know that I have after school care through any of the numerous youth care agencies through United Way. So we're so fortunate to have our 30+ partners through the guidance of United Way. We know that the integrity is there. We know that they're fully vetted. We know that I don't have to take the time to do that, to get to a memorandum of understanding with that agency, because United Way and the community's already done that for me. So we're really grateful for that.
Yeah. Penni Burns, Executive Director of the Crisis Intervention Center in Fort Smith. A pleasure as always.